Developing tonight, a Kent County man is facing felony charges involving election fraud. Sheriff's investigators say James Donald Hoekeboer was seen tampering with a machine at a voting precinct during this summer's primary election. 13 on your side's Andrea Flores is here with details. And Andrea, you saw him tonight.
That's right, Julia. Hoekeboer declined to talk with us this evening, saying he needs to speak with his lawyer. And while several voters in the precinct that live near the polling location declined to share their reactions on camera tonight, they told me they were concerned to hear about what happened where they vote.
I have no more comments.
No more comment?
I'm done.
All right.
That's the voice of James Hoekeboer outside his home in Gaines Township about an hour after felony charges were announced against him by the Kent County prosecutor.
I gotta talk to my lawyer and all that stuff first.
Hoekeboer is facing 2 election fraud felonies, falsifying records and using a computer to commit a crime. He worked at the Precinct 8 polling location in Gaines Township, where a witness says they saw him put a personal USB drive into the electronic poll book, which contains voter registration data. There are more than 2,500 registered voters in this precinct, and their confidential and personal information could be at risk. In a statement, the Kent County Clerk, Lisa Postumus-Lyons, says, quote, "The electronic poll book is not connected to any of the tabulation equipment, nor is it connected to the internet. It is a computer that is protected by various provisions of Michigan criminal and election law." She goes on to say that the machine does not allow any access to the voting machine or ballots, so this incident did not have an impact on the election. Still, she says, quote, "My office intends to conduct a post-election audit of the precinct, complete with a tally of the paper ballots to reaffirm the results and reassure the voters. Let me be clear, voter fraud and illegal election activity in Kent County will not be tolerated." And in response to the charges, a spokesperson with the Michigan Secretary of State's office says, quote, "The breached equipment in this case has been decommissioned and will not be in use for the general election in November. Michigan voters can be confident that their votes will be counted accurately and securely." Each charge is punishable by 4 and 5 years in prison and thousands of dollars in fines. Hoekeboer is expected to be in court, and you can follow updates on air and online at 13onyourside.com. Juliet?
Andrea, thank you. The state legislature will allow larger cities to process absentee ballots before Election Day. The agreement allows clerks to begin preparing the absentee ballots the Sunday before Election Day, but they will not be allowed to start counting them until 7 a.m. on Election Day. In 2020, Michigan was one of the swing states that allowed no excuse mail-in ballots, but did not allow ballots to be processed before Election Day. Officials say the agreement will prevent delays in counting absentee ballots.